Check, 1, 2, check. There you go.
That was a good check there, John.
Thank you.
Zac Taylor, sitting here with John Mayer. Thanks for
So
your
we're
time.
going live on this. This is like radio stuff.
Yeah, get ready for it.
Okay, good. Hi, everybody.
Blog time. A few questions that me and my buddies really want to know is that, let's say, done with Berklee in 98, first big record, 01.
Yeah.
3 years there. What were you doing? What were you doing in Atlanta? How were you? You said like when you market yourself, write good songs. That's obviously that's a big one.
Yeah.
Were you passing out handbills? Were you putting up flyers? Were you shaking hands?
I didn't. I remember making 1999 and 2000 was sort of the cusp of using the internet to reach out to people. So the first, I think 1999, maybe the first half of 2000, I was doing the Kinkos. I would make my mailing postcard out in Photoshop and bring them to Kinko's, put 4 up on a page, have them slice them, and then mail them out. But that the postage was $200 just to send stuff out. So once it transitioned into the internet, I think it made it easier having a website. I learned how to program HTML just to have a site. I would sit there for hours and hours because it would never come out right, never come out centered. And you go to your FTP, upload, reload the web browser. It's off center. Take it back into Photoshop, move it or whatever. But I very instantly sort of started playing shows, and I started playing open mic night and got gigs. I started to be the fill-in when somebody's car broke down in Chattanooga and they couldn't make it to the show. I started as the fill-in, and I think that's an important point to make for people who are thinking about just beginning their touring careers, that you just have to be ready to be at the bottom of the totem pole, and you have to like it. You have to take it and like it and not be discouraged and focus so much on the small goals. Someone asked me the other day, did you ever have a moment where you got totally freaked out and you said, I don't think I'm going to do it, and you lost your mind? And I said, well, not really, because I've always been focused on the actual attainable goal. So just moved in little increments, and then
like winning the shootout, is that a goal?
Well, winning the shootout was a yeah, sure. And then you get $1,000, and that's I got $1,000, and then you get to come back and do your own show. And then before I knew it, I mean, when you get the ball rolling, you have to enjoy every little curl, every little turn of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Do you have like a part-time job to pay rent and stuff?
A couple different part-time jobs, and that was fun for a minute because you could feel special knowing that you have a way out. I remember working at a Pier 1 and feeling like, well, I'm not really supposed to be here. And actually, it's a little bit like what it feels like to be here. I can have all the fun, but I get to get in a car and disappear on Friday. So. Cool.
Well, brings me to the next question. Has like this week at Berklee so far been like rejuvenating, and what have you learned?
I've learned that
we've learned a lot. Obviously, we appreciate that. It's been awesome. But what have you learned?
I've just learned how to focus up by explaining how I do it. I've explained it to myself and reminded myself how I've done it, so I don't have to get fancy. I don't have to waste 6 months thinking that there's another way to do it. There's really only one way to do it. It's just write a good song. Make sure you have a good song going in.
Gotcha.
So I think because I want it so bad in terms of making another record, that I've been going into the studio thinking that makes the song, that makes the track, but I think I just have to sort of put that off and hang out in my room and just write songs.
Gotcha. What would you recommend that like current students who play guitar and write songs here focus more on or less on while they're studying?
Focus more on economy, more on the feel of something. I know it sounds like a really boring, like, yeah, you always talk about the feel. It's exciting stuff when you begin to differentiate between how a feel works, how a feel is. That leads to knowing what a take is, when a take is the take, when a performance is right on, and less about, getting a record deal. I see it as counterproductive to be in a school. And that doesn't mean that I'm a hypocrite because I left after a year. But when I was here, I was trying to make it happen here. And I don't think that you can apply yourself, get the most out of here, if you're spending half of your time looking for a way out.
Yeah.
So I've just had a lot of people ask me about how did you get signed, how did you get a record deal? It's like, if you want to do that, you know, go for that. You know, I almost wanted to ask, I forgot to, and it would have been a rhetorical question anyway, but ask the question, who here is okay with the idea that you're not going to get a record deal in the next 4 years, no matter what? I think that's an interesting question. You know, most people aren't okay with the idea of not getting a record deal for 4 years. But I was okay with it because I technically didn't, you know. But I spent those years really crafting a catalog of songs, you know.
Do you ever get a chance to hang out with friends and family, just serenade them?
I don't play for the well, I'll play for friends sometimes when it feels natural.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like being the monkey boy when someone says, play me that. I go, oh, no, you know, if you need it. But the times where you go out and you tie a couple on and you come home and you pick up a guitar and then you can, that's when I play covers. I mean, the cover of Free Fallin' that I did on this live DVD is a direct extension of going out one night and coming home and, you know, having one more drink and then playing Free Fallin' in my house but not being able to sing so loud because I didn't want to wake anybody up and, you know, meeting upstairs or downstairs in my apartment. So that's why it goes, and I'm free, free falling, falling. So you're trying to keep it sort of demure, you know.
Cool.